Let me tell you a story. It was August of 2016, and I was driving my minivan on my way to pick my kids up from school. And the month of September is not an easy one for us. In fact, it's a really, really hard one. And I just was trying to think of ways to make this month better. I just dreaded it. Every year I knew the sorrow and the grief and the loss and the hopelessness that I would feel because my son Ethan wasn't coming home. He passed away in a car accident back in 2011. And so the month of September is just really hard. As I'm driving in my minivan, my thoughts wander back to shortly before we had our accident. Ethan, he saw our neighbor Jean out mowing his lawn, and it was a really, really hot day. And so Ethan ran inside and grabbed a water bottle and a hat. And he ran this hat and water out to our neighbor Jean and said, "Mr. Jean, you look like you could really use some water and some shade." So he gives him the hat and water bottle and goes on his way. To this day, Jean still has that hat hanging up in his garage. But that's just the kind of kid that Ethan was. If someone needed something, if somebody needed a hug, if someone needed a drawing, something to brighten their day, that's what Ethan did. And so I'm in my van on my way to pick up my kids, and this idea comes across my awareness of making September Pay It Forward for Ethan month, where all I did was I encouraged my family and friends to pay it forward every single day in the month of September. And so that looked like, getting the door for somebody, mailing somebody a letter that you haven't talked to in a while, just doing little things to make others' days brighter without the expectation of anything in return. Just doing it from the kindness of your heart. And so I'm pondering this and I think, okay, yeah, this would be a lot of fun to do. And I start telling my friends and family about it. I start talking about it on my own Facebook. And so many people join in. And that September, I did the things every day too. I would do a Pay It Forward every day. And that September was easier to get through. The grief wasn't as heavy because I was doing things for other people. The same as what Ethan did in his everyday life. So the following September at my grooming salon, I did the same thing. And the next year, and the next year. And every year it became this beautiful month instead of one where I was just grieving all month long and not being able to get out of the bed. And so I was proactive and I thought outside of the box and really wanted to do something that would make the world a better place. So back in 2021, we planned to do Pay It Forward for Ethan on our YouTube. We had already moved into our bus at this point, and we wanted to match our AdSense. So whatever our AdSense was, we were going to donate it to Mental Health America. Well, wouldn't you know, that was the same month we found footage that was able to help the FBI locate a missing girl and bring her body home. Because that video went kind of all over the world, we ended up being able to raise over $12,000 for Mental Health America. Crazy, right? So every year has been such a blessing. The past couple of years, it's been pretty low-key and simple. We've done maybe a giveaway or something like that. And so this year, I'm bringing it back to simplicity. I'm bringing it back to, we're just going to encourage each other to be kind to one another. Every single day in the month of September, I want you to share it. I want you to comment it in the videos. What are some of the things that you've done in your personal life to pay it forward? Because by saying these things out loud in the comments, it encourages other people to do the same thing. It gives them ideas of how they can pay it forward too. And so what I've found with every passing September, because it is hard, it's difficult, the more we give love to others, the more love we receive in return. Because giving not only just makes someone else's day brighter, it's a dopamine hit for us. It makes us feel good to do good. And Ethan just naturally did good all the time. He was such a sweet soul that would literally give you the shirt off of his back. And coming up with Pay It Forward for Ethan came at such a beautiful time for me, because I was so low and so dark and in such a bad place with my PTSD. My PTSD was consuming me. I was having night terrors 7 nights a week for, up until this point, 5 years. 5 years of night terrors every single night. And I needed a way out. I needed a way to not feel such sorrow anymore for losing him. And so Pay It Forward for Ethan came, the idea of it, when I needed it most. It literally saved me. It saved all of my Septembers just by being kind to somebody else every single day in the month of September. And so this month, it's going to be the same. We are going to do a random act of kindness every single day in the month of September. And I encourage you to do the same. There's not going to be a giveaway. There's not going to be any incentive other than doing it out of the kindness of your heart and seeing how good it truly feels to make a stranger's day brighter. That's the gift in it all. We don't need material things to entice us to do good. We have the ability to choose to do good on our own. And when we choose to do good and get that love in return, that feels better than any material thing you ever could have thought possible. The world is having the worst mental health crisis that they've ever seen. And in having this, maybe we can make somebody's day brighter. You never know what someone else is experiencing. That person that cut you off in traffic, that person that yelled at you online for your post, whatever it is, you don't know what that other person is going through and what happened in their life to cause them to be where they are. Ethan was just so good at naturally loving people. Just loving any and everyone. Didn't matter if you were a stranger. You weren't a stranger for long with him. He just made you love him by his energy, his being, who he was. And we can do that too. We can do that by giving kindness. So what does that look like for you? Well, maybe getting the door for somebody. Maybe helping somebody to the car with their groceries. Maybe just offering somebody a Starburst if you have it and they look kind of sad. Just doing a little something to make somebody's day brighter. Every day, September 1st through the 30th, we are going to do this together. Give someone a little bit of joy in their day. And it may seem small, it may seem simple, right? Like, how is this going to help people? But I can promise you, kindness helps more than you know. Kindness has come to me in so many ways. Shortly after we lost Ethan, I'm planning his funeral. And as I'm planning his funeral, I have to find a headstone for my son. And we really didn't have a whole lot of money. We couldn't afford a headstone or a nice one. And I had a friend who worked with me at PetSmart for many years. And as it turns out, her dad owned a headstone company. And they gifted us Ethan's headstone. Like, what a pay it forward, right? They gifted us that. And so I was able to have a headstone for my baby. So those small, insignificant, little random acts of kindness mean more to the recipient than you'll ever know. Some of the simplest things are the most profound. That's what my friend Robin says. So this year, I want to keep it simple. I want to make it easy to be able to help others. Just one small random act of kindness every day in the month of September is going to go farther than you'll ever know. Hey, babe. This guy back here just came in, and he has been running every single day, y'all. That is amazing. He's feeling good. He's feeling great. And I am so, so proud of him. I just want to give you a quick update because I know so many of you love us and care about us and truly just want the best for us. And yeah, this guy down here is doing awesome. So please join me September 1st, and we're going to do Pay It Forward for Ethan month together because it saved my life. And my hopes is that it might save someone else's too. So let's band together and let's do this. Let's give as much kindness as we possibly can to those around us. Stranger, friend, relative, whoever we feel called to give some kindness to. Let's do it in the month of September. And I am very excited to bring you a whole new line of videos and growth walking this journey of life together. Because here, you are never alone. We're in this together. Thank you for being here and being you. I love you so much.